All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Bruce Durham, the Vice President at BTU Metals. And Bruce, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Steve. Excited about what we're doing up in the Red Lake area, so glad to talk to you again.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We're talking about, we recently had your CEO, Paul Wood, on to talk a little bit about the expansion of your project sits here, and then you've extended the land due to a deal that you've done recently. So tell me a little bit about Pakwash North property and where it sits adjacent to yours.
So interestingly enough, this is another large land package that we've added on to the main Dixie Halo project. It's about 3,000 hectares, and it sits actually quite strategically between two pieces of Great Bear property. And so now we control all of the land between the Great Bear Dixie project and what they call their Pakwash project. So a really important piece of ground, probably covers some large structural deformation zones, but we think it's got some real base metal potential as well. You know, about a year or so ago, we drilled the TNT area, had some really good copper values. We think that that's a VMS style mineralization, and we think that there's room to find some of that on this property as well. So, you know, we got right at it. As soon as we closed the deal, we know that spring breakup is coming, and so we wanted to gather some data. So we're out there actively working every day and gathering some really important data.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Tell me a bit about what the work is that you're doing.
So if we're looking for volcanogenic massive sulfides or VMS sulfides, they have a lot of sulfide minerals with them, and so they conduct electricity. And so one of the things that we can do is use either electromagnetics or what we call induced polarization, where we charge the ground up and then we look for concentrations of sulfide minerals. So as soon as we signed the deal, we got our crew out there and we started doing IP surveys, and we've got some lines across where we think there's a target, and it's showing up very well. So we're pretty excited about it for sure.
So obviously that's happening right now. What will that lead you? Will you try to do some more work there, potentially drilling, or is that going to happen on the main project that you're dealing with? Because you've got, as you mentioned, two really interesting projects going here.
Well, you know, Great Bear had more stellar results out today. They had a hole that was, I think the downhole depth was about 890 meters, so about 800 meters vertically, where they hit half an ounce over 3 meters. So showing that gold zone that they're drilling, called the LP, is really a strong mineralized zone. And so up in the northeast corner of our property, we're really looking for the extensions to that LP style of mineralization. So as the same time that we're working on the ground called Pakwash North, we're also working up in the northeast corner of our property trying to find extensions to the LP mineralization.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's going to be busy over the next little while, especially as the weather starts to change.
Yeah, we're in there drilling now. We expect that we'll drill right through breakup, or through to breakup. We may lose a week or something when it gets really messy, but other than that, we'll be drilling right into the summer period.
All right, well, it sounds exciting. Bruce, thanks so much for giving us an update. Sure appreciate it.
Anytime, Steve. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
All right, there's Bruce Durham with BTU Metals.